Many of us are still affected by the loss of CK, and I got questions and opinions, and I recorded videos of this last week. Sorry it took so long, and I was planning to upload a video related a lot sooner, but unfortunately, I had to clear up space on my phone, and I was, between work and all different things, I didn't get around to uploading a video related to this, and things I may say may come across as insensitive on certain topics and certain questions, and I'm questioning certain things because I don't buy everything that the media says that happens, and what people are saying happens. Even though I question it, I still am affected by his death, and my condolences, and I repeat my condolences with the family and anybody affected by it, because I followed Charlie Kirk online. So people can't say I'm just recording this video and I just found out about him. I've been following his videos and different things for over a year. So I didn't just find out about Charlie Kirk, and I know he had connections with Black conservatives and some of my YouTubers as well. So this video as follows, and I apologize if some people are saying that I'm insensitive or certain things, but I was affected by his death, and I'm not celebrating his death, and I'm just thankful for the positive effect. People are coming to know Jesus and different things like that, and for the better. And I'm with the people who are tied to the people that are mourning. And I know and by how he lived a godly life. And some people saying that he was a white supremacist. They obviously have not been watching his videos and seeing, knew about the connections he had with people, and a diverse group of people. And anyway, I'll share the video as follows. The video is coming. The video is coming. I didn't expect this clip to be so long, but the video is coming, and I have some opinions, strong opinions, that some people will agree or disagree. And I still had a love for the message that Charlie Kirk had, and though he called to accountability on different things and strong opinions, I didn't always agree, but a lot of what he said I did agree with. And he called people to accountability in a good way, not a bad way, in a good way. And if you see other people's videos, they will agree. And I will show it, and here comes the video as follows. All right, and I will leave that there. Hi, it's me again. And then I wanted to put the All-American glasses on, and because Charlie Kirk was All-American. And I might get heat for this, and I'm not even thinking hard on that. But Charlie Kirk, and I looked in my Facebook when I video random videos, and I was already following him online. because he was someone who spoke the truth. And he had more patience than what I've had with some of these people, these liberals, and whatever the case may be. He would go debate, and there are countless videos, if people ever watch them, debating these people on these campuses. Now, they thought they tried to claim he was a white supremacist or something like that. I'm like, and then some people talking about black people mourn him. Yes, and he had black friends who were also had YouTube channels and stuff like that, and they were invited. The stuff where he had with the turning point, they were invited to where he was. So it wasn't just like he just had distance, and he had black folks who were connected with him. And then he got heat. I think it was him got heat a while back because he had a black conservative openly gay guy who had a platform. I watched the other guy. I hadn't watched videos in a while, but there are some people in the alphabet community that are considered conservative, even though some of us don't agree with the lifestyle, and us who are of the Bible believing people who might disagree with the choice or whatever the case may be. Charlie Kirk had love. He was loved out to whether you were, gay or straight or whatever, black or white, whatever nationality, because he connected to different people of different orientations. And he didn't just, and the thing that gets me, they try to act like he was like, he connected to people and had people, connected people of different orientations, and connected, even did videos of people that have different orientations. So anytime you're out there, and like he was, he didn't just, do videos and do stuff with just heterosexual people. So that's for the people in the alphabet community that want to act like he was hostile towards trans people. I'm like, this man, he reached out to different people of different backgrounds. And I've been watching videos of this guy for at least the last few years, I would say. This guy, he's had more patience than what I had for people. And my condolences with the family, the wife, the children, whoever was affected by this man's death. Now, there are videos, and I'm going to have to address it. And then B. Tatum didn't realize about the other stuff attached. Now, there is people aren't asking the questions. In this book came out before the shooting of Charlie Kirk. This came out before it happened. Actually, it came out on September the 9th. Well, ain't nothing to see here, not that it came out on September the 9th. Well, ain't nothing to see here. Yeah, and that was, some things came out and questionable. And some folks, they don't even know about the different videos, the different angles. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to catch heat for this. I probably catch heat for it. I don't believe that the guy that they're showing that did that really did that. Maybe he's the patsy. And so I've seen, they showed the picture of the guy in the video versus the guy that they caught, which the father, who was former law enforcement, he had turned him in. Now, when I look at I look at based on, you can come from a good family and turn. My question is this: what organizations, governmental organizations, people from certain governmental organizations, what organizations were involved with this whole situation? Because I don't take it as just college indoctrination alone. Now, when you have people who they show this like this, I don't buy the fact that it's just college indoctrination, because people actually come. Sorry about that, folks. My video cut off on me because I ran out of space on my phone, and I had to delete videos and pictures and stuff like that to have space to finish recording this video. And now as follows. My video stopped on me. It's not just college professors and people there. There are people who come outside of college to indoctrinate these young people. That's in my opinion. I'm just giving my opinion. It's not just professors, because professors or whatever, yeah, they can contribute to some of this, but they're outside people who come to these universities or whatever to indoctrinate, radicalize people. And I put in them, and people can be MK Ultra mind control or whatever, in my opinion. I just give it my opinion. There's all kinds of mind control. They had the mind control back with the COVID, and they got people now still wearing masks that were indoctrinated. Now B. Tatum, Officer Tatum, because I'm a subscriber. I was a subscriber for some years for him, and he put out some video and got pissed off because people were saying like there were certain people in the crowd, and some guy signaling the guy, before the shooting. Now, prior to this video, I have somebody that I'm subscribed to who is also former military, who is a sergeant in the Marines. Now, when I heard the thing about the engraving and all that type of stuff, no guy in that age is gonna I'm just thinking this college, and they take a lot to get an engraving done on bullets to be a shooting. And this does not sound like a guy in his early 20s, getting something engraved on a gun, a rifle, even if his father, who was in law enforcement, gave him some gun training, took him to the gun range or something like that. The father probably knew if his son was trained to use a weapon or not. Even that, all this stuff about this engraving gun and stuff like that, I'm not making light of it because this affects me, because I liked watching videos of Charlie Kirk, and he was speaking the truth and to some of these liberals, and he had more patience than some of us would have had with the liberals and stuff like that. More patience than what I've had with people who've had different political views, because I've been fussing with some people, but he was so calm and collective and stuff like that with these people on these campuses, debating these people on these campuses. He was so calm with these people. He didn't lift his voice, and he didn't elevate ones I've seen, he didn't elevate his voice. He might have spoke slightly louder, like more firm and stern with some of these people. But this guy, he was able to talk with these people without fussing with them. And give them facts and give them... That's the one videos I've seen. And I've seen a bunch of videos of Charlie Kirk. And this bothers me. And a lot of people, they think about it. This whole thing bothers me. Now, on my alternative media source on Rumble and, the channel I follow, Icons 2020, the Sarge that I watch on, he shared another video shared on there. I had finished doing this video, and to add to this situation, I'll say and continually say that I still don't believe that guy that they're saying did that, but they do need to investigate and find out who actually did do the shooting. And there's a video. I'm gonna look more into the situation, and they're gonna have different things come up on related to this, and we're gonna find out the truth. Even if I had to find it out on an alternative media source and not the mainstream media, because a lot of these things that's going on, and even with the shootings, and even from the school shootings and whatever, any prominent things that happen, I had to go on an alternative media source like Rumble or something like that to find out what actually happened. Because a whole lot of holes in this, this whole thing and what's been going on. And I really like Charlie Kirk, his videos and, some information that he's giving out. I didn't always agree with everything, but a lot of the things he did say, I did agree. And people just didn't realize that with, because the people are evil people who celebrating his death and everything like that, and people don't even realize it, that it just started a deeper movement, and people are going to be more alert now that that happened than any other time, because people are going to be ready, and some of them be going to be packing, because I saw a video where a guy was like, in a certain events, he's going to be packing now, and instead of just, and it was a brother, a black guy that, with YouTube channel, not one of the ones that I just mentioned, and the ones that are pictured with Charlie Kirk, but a newer one that I, just came upon. But there are people that are going to show different angles of what happened, of the side of the shooting. But regardless, we're going to find out what happened. Well, at least I'm going to find out what the alternative media sources are saying, because I'm subscribed to people who have government and military intel, and they will share deeper on the matter, on what happened and what they believe happened. And regardless, and a lot of people are in witness protection. I'm just going to say it. A lot of people miss witness protection, and different people have faked their deaths. Different prominent people who's predicted this word out saying that Rush Limbaugh, didn't pass away, and he has a new identity and stuff like that. It's just different things like that. It's just different ones. And I have alternative media sources, and I have literally had a paper which showed a listing of people who the general public think passed away that they say is still alive. Even they said about the Kennedys, or even J.F. Kennedy Sr., like that he didn't really die back in the 1960s, and he lived, and I will say this, based on the information that I heard of JFK Sr. allegedly, he knew and he saw the guy that tied to it, knew was alive to know that the guy, one of the main guys that tied to his death was executed, allegedly. But then again, that's another story in itself. But we were talking about Charlie Kirk. It's supposed to be about Charlie Kirk and the situation. But our prayers will be with the family and with the friends and with the people who were related to, that were affected by this situation. But I will say this. I would want the situation to be found out, and because you got quite a bit of people out there that are Ponzi's, and these shootings and they showing the people who are Ponzi's, and all kinds of things. And there are people, somebody would catch an attitude with me and saying, like, how could you say what you said and claim that there's other things that you got to find out on alternative media? So, I got to find out on alternative media sources, because you won't find stuff on the mainstream media. And I wish some of my YouTubers watch some of the main alternative media sources that I get, because some of the stuff the general public think happened, and that includes shootings as well, and related to shootings of certain prominent people. But I'm not gonna make this video too long, and it's already been longer than what I had planned it to be and what it needed to be, because I care about, I actually like the guy, his videos and stuff like that, and some of the stuff he said, and he addressed a whole bunch of liberals and people that were very ignorant of the world in itself and what needed. He said some things that needed to be said, and he had more patience than what I would have had with some of these liberals. But he said what he needed to say. And I think in closing, I'm going to say this. And I've seen some videos and some people have shared on this video. One of the things that he wanted to leave as a legacy on his, if something happened to him and they asked him on things, he wanted people to know that related to his faith. And he wanted to know that he was like the strong and related to his faith, and as that he stood for things, and the guy did stand for his Christian faith, and he actually, I would say, he gave the gospel as far as faith is concerned, on the Christian faith. He stood up for it. He took a stand on certain stances on certain things. We didn't always agree on it. Some of us might not always agree on. He should have stood on certain things more, on certain situations. But I will say this man, he stood, if he wanted to see somebody that was godly and stood for righteousness and said things that were biblically sound on certain topics and things like that, he did say certain things in his videos and spoke to people and said that. And I might have to put somebody else's video in the description that's shared related to, because I have YouTubers that did videos related, and I wanted to share in where they shared about clips on what he said if something were to happen to him and what he wanted people to remember him by. And I thought that was, and that let people know that if something were to happen to him, he was ready. He was ready to meet with Jesus. As far as some of his life example he lived, that he was ready. As far as people know, we know, as far as his stance on his faith and on his lifestyle, as far as being a godly husband and father and things like that. And the left, they stomp on that situation. They don't like, and they try to make it look like that's the worst thing, that a white male, not white heterosexual male, that's a father and a husband and a monogamous relationship with his wife. They look at it as, they kind of frown on it. And they try to make it like, they try to push these evil agendas. And folk don't like him. God can raise up a black guy who's another black guy that will be just as strong as he is on his conservative, because people are, And another thing that I'm going to say too that I didn't like is they had closed these historically black colleges, and that people were acting like getting an attitude because they had closed it for the day or whatever, acting like people got threats. Anybody threatening and trying to pretend like they're coming against black folks because of this is somebody on the left. I'm just going to tell for the ignorant black people who try to act like white people are coming against black people got to be scared, like they coming against them, and like white people are fighting back for trying to fight against black people because of this. Charlie Kirk he like I said earlier in the video, his connections with black folks and even alphabet people too. That he could keyed on that. He loved different people. So that's why some of the black folks are in mourning, because his connections. He wasn't just a guy that just hung around white people, that had only white people platform. And people didn't like Candace Owens. He was friends with her and some other black prominent folks that had platforms and stuff like that. But I'm going to leave that there because this video is longer than what I had planned it to be. And I had to add some more. And this is the continuation video I had to come back up on because I had to clear up space on my phone to do this video. I had to clear up space on I literally had to delete videos and put videos on a thumb drive and just to make space. I had to clear up space just to record this remaining of this video. And I'm just going to say it. And I'm just have to leave it there. And if I have any more remarks coming related to Charlie Kirk, I might put in another video or whatever the case may be. But this hit hard. It hit home. And I'm going to find out what possibly really happened on my alternative media source, because watching my YouTubers say different things and getting heat about what people say that happened as far as the, incident, the shooting is concerned, and the B. Tatum video, which he trying to talk about, conspiracy theorists trying to claim that, hand signs, what I have on my other channel, the channel that I watch, the Sarge, he, former military, he looked at the video on the other end, and, people blow up videos. And they didn't just show that video, what you're talking about, the clip where on one side and about the ring and the movement of the ring and whatever case may be. There's other video from other angle of what, on with the shooting. So I'm not going to leave that there, because I said a handful of stuff which people might take offense to. And if they say that, I believe B. Tatum and all that other type of stuff, I'm going to find out. I go watch alternative media source and find out, because they forget that people have different videos, different angles of, because it's not just one video. People saying, showing that one video on that front and blowing it up and going closer. Now, B. Tatum also did not do a close-up on that video of, he shared the video of people saying, but he didn't do a close-up. Because if you do a close-up on that same video, which he shared on his channel, you wouldn't see what it's. And then they also shared the other video that's shared on the other side, which is actual close-up on the opposite side of where he was sitting. But I'm deeply troubled by his death as well. I know people act like I sound, didn't sound right and say some things that people would disagree with, but I'm troubled by his death as well. And I'll continue to say my condolences, and I was still troubled by his death as well. And whether his death was faked or he really died for real, I just say my condolences if he died for real. But I heard there was some attempts, like somebody, there were, some people that wanted him dead. And I heard that on my, allegedly. And what I'm saying in this video, allegedly. Wanted him, because he has connections, and I'm going to leave that there. And this video is still longer than what I planned it to be. And I didn't plan it to be this long. And much love for the people and the community and America. And I'm going to leave that there. Bye. And you can check in the description for more information. And then sometime I leave videos in the description. And all right, and I'll leave that there. Bye. For real now.